I'm regretting letting that out. It was just an early instinct and a wrong one, but luckily we righted that ship and found beavers.
Meryl Streep is unbelievable. She turned around and pointed, there's a beaver lodge right there. An honor and a responsibility to make a Pixar film. We took that responsibility very seriously.
We've done it, Mabel. After years of work, this revolutionary technology gives us unprecedented access to the animal world. We put this into this. Yes, yes. This into this. This into this. Mabel, be careful! Whoa.
Hey.
How you doing, girl?
Are we vibing?
What's up? What's up?
I understand you.
What you doing, lady?
I gotta tell you, I love this film. I even cry out the first 10 minutes. So thank you for making Hoppers.
Oh, thank you for saying that.
So why beavers? There's so many animals you could choose from. What made beavers the heart of the story?
I'll start by saying beavers are a keystone species, which means when you introduce them into an environment, they build an environment that creates a benefit to other animals and plants. So, they start by building a pond, and then it attracts other animals to drink the water, to build homes. And when we have major fires, actually, that is the one area that doesn't burn, and it can help regenerate an environment. So, as a metaphor, it was also really strong for our storytelling about what it is to be someone in the world who builds an environment that's beneficial to everyone around them.
And then after I learned that, I Googled beavers and all these brown round lumps showed up and I was like, oh, they're super cute. So it became undeniable that these needed to be the stars of the movie.
So have you ever think about choosing another animal? Because I read the production note, you wanted to choose penguin, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's telling me that, and now I'm regretting letting that out. but yeah, I mean, it was just the thing I was into at the time. It was during the pandemic. We all had our thing. My thing was penguins, and I was drawing them all the time. And I was kind of convinced like that was the right vessel for this Hoppers movie. But Pete Docter, the head of the studio, said the world did not need another penguin movie. He's probably right. So that's when I pivoted. But yeah, it was just an early instinct and a wrong one. But luckily, we righted that ship and found beavers.
And the beavers, the animals in the film, are just unbelievably adorable. And there's a really funny moment in the movie, even in the teaser, where Mabel jokes about, oh, it's just like Avatar. So was the story in any way inspired by Avatar, or you just like what Doug said, this is nothing like Avatar?
It's a little bit of both, I think, I mean, Avatar, it's undeniable that there are Avatar parallels, and the main inspiration was those documentaries where they put robot animals into nature. But it was undeniable that it does feel like Avatar. But the importance of that line is that, people have that Avatar thing that they can grab onto, and they're like, okay, I kind of get that concept. But the second line is kind of the key, which is that it's also not anything like Avatar. And I think when people watch the movie, they'll find out that this is a completely different movie that goes a completely different direction. And, we were even more inspired by like spy thrillers and like, espionage films, because that is what Mabel's doing. She's infiltrating that world. So hopefully that's kind of the fun of that joke.
This is like Avatar. This is nothing like Avatar.
Okay, and I want to talk about the voice cast, except for Bobby, who you've already worked with before, and Piper did an amazing job as Mabel. I think one of the most dreamiest cast was Meryl Streep. So can you talk about what it meant to have her join this film, and how's it like to working with her?
Well, I mean, Meryl Streep is unbelievable. When Daniel first started talking about this character, his dream would be that it would be somebody like Meryl Streep. And eventually we thought, well, why don't we ask her? And, we reached out to her, and she wanted to do a Zoom and hear a pitch. And, as Daniel was pitching the story, it was evident that she was in. She was laughing. She told us how much she loved beavers. There was a beaver pond near her house. She turned around and pointed, there's a beaver lodge right there. And by the end of the conversation, she was ready to schedule a session with us. So it was a dream come true. and she was amazing.
So there's a line in the film that really stood out to me is that it's hard to be mad if you feel you are part of something big. So do you feel the way yourself like in your creative career? And also, original animated film today face so many challenges. How do you personally view the importance and difficulty of making an original animated film?
Well, to answer your first question, this is a movie about connection. It's a movie about how we are connected with each other and how we coexist with each other, and that we are all animals. And kind of as George says, human homes, animal homes, it's all the same thing. And it's something that I resonate with a lot because, over the course of this movie, it was a very grounding thing to remind myself, like, I am an animal, and we are all a part of this ecosystem in the world. But, working together and being part of something big is essentially what we're doing making this movie. We're working with a giant team. We're all looking out for each other, and we all have one goal, which is to make the best movie possible. And, it is a thing that grounds you and also empowers you. And I think that's essentially also what the movie is saying about people when we're talking about the devastation of the planet and how we can find hope at the end of the tunnel. It's about how we connect with each other and how we find support with each other, and we believe that we need to kind of coexist with each other. So that is kind of thematically why it resonates so much, and why I think that and what we were chasing with the movie.
Well, I actually just wanted to say, in terms of, it's an honor and a responsibility to make a Pixar film. And so that's why it's so important that we have a message we feel that resonates deeply. When you work on something for 6 years, you want to make sure that you're saying something meaningful. When you add to the Pixar canon, so many people come up to me and say, thank you for my childhood because of all the movies I worked on. So we took that responsibility very seriously.
What is this? Mabel, we call it hoppers.
Hoppers?
We put this into this. Yes, this into this. They worked!
And they were in the same den.
No. How you doing, girl? What's up? Nice feathers.
I understand you.
It's good to be alive. I have some things I'd like to say.
Lizard, lunchtime snack, giant snake, ant spike bag, slippery log, dancing frog.
Enough!
Disney and Pixar's Hoppers, only in cinemas.